Hello YouTube, this is Bottlewood Treasure Hunter here today, bringing you another video. And I'm still around. Haven't uploaded something in a while, but that's mainly because the camera I normally use is broken. And the thing is, I had two of them just in case one broke, but they both broke, so can't use those. I have to use the family camcorder right now, and obviously it's January and you can't really dig, and so that sucks. But I thought I'd at least bring you a top 15 bottles of 2015. Actually just realized that 2015, 15 bottles. That's good. Anyway, so we've got a pretty good lineup here. It wasn't quite as successful of a year as 2014 was. We found a lot more ACL pop bottles this year than anything. 2014 it was a lot of old cork top medicines and things. More Crown Top sodas this year. So yeah, we got some pretty neat stuff. Let's just jump right into it. One thing to note is that a lot of this stuff, even though I might have it ranked at maybe like anything between like the top 4, any of them could really be the number 1. The order's not really anything to pay attention to. I just kind of picked out 15 that I really liked, and I like a lot of them pretty much equally. So let's take a look with number 15. Number 15. Look at this right there. It says Mathieu in French. It's just a cork top. It says that in the front. It's got a big M on the bottom, as you can see right there. It is machine made. It's probably 30s. The thing with this is we found this would have been probably my great-great-grandparents, a bottle of theirs, because we found their old home site here this fall. It's a little community that doesn't exist anymore. It's just like a big woodlot now, but we found the house foundation, and this is one of the bottles we found. So that's pretty cool, coming from the family too. Didn't find too much on this in the computer, probably just obviously just some kind of medicine. It's a nice one. So there's that. That's number 15. Numero 14 is this right here. It is a Perfect Products Please. This looks like some kind of probably a vinegar bottle, maybe some kind of syrup. You can see it's got the little spout there. Still got the cork stuck in it. I actually found this bottle inside of an old schoolhouse, and the next week when my friend and I went to go back to school, I say completely demolished it. So we saved this one just in time. It was sitting in the kitchen. We've got a little size one of these two up on the shelf. It looks exactly like this, except it's probably, that tall or so. But anyway, I really like this bottle. It's cool. It's got a neat shape. Still got the handle and everything all intact. So that's number 14. Number 13, this one came from the huge ACL soda jackpot my friend and I hit this summer. This is the only one of these I've ever seen in my life. It's a Maclean's. As you can see, it's got some wear to it. It's got a ding out of the bottom there, and some rust, and the label's a bit faded. That's pretty much why it's not any higher on the list. But this one's really nice. Anyway, we'll take a look at it. See, Maclean's right in the neck. It's got this cool deboss pattern here. And then there's the logo, Maclean's. The bottom, got some patent numbers and whatnot. Sorry, this camera's weird. I don't really know where to position this exactly. Paint on the back's in great shape. Bottled for your enjoyment by Maclean Beverages Limited, New Glasgow, Nova Scotia. The crown tells the flavor. Contents 10 fluid ounces. Obviously, we don't know what the flavor is because there's no crown. Haven't found a lot on this either. I've been meaning to do more research on everything we found this year. I just haven't got around to it yet. But that's the Maclean's bottle. That's number 13. Number 14. This is one we found on I think the second dig of this year, when there was still snow on the ground. It's a neat figural. It's Mrs. Butterworth. It's a syrup bottle, figural syrup bottle. There she is, staring into your soul. Pretty cool. I like these figurals. I don't find many of them. Screw top, probably, 50s, 60s. Nothing terribly old. I just thought it was pretty cool. You can see in the bottom too, it's got this big spot on it there. I'm not exactly sure what that's for, but there's a 62 right there. It's probably 1962. This is from, the label would have been right here. So that's Mrs. Butterworth at number 12. Number 11. It was a little bit of a toss-up because we found two of this same brand of bottle this year. I thought I'd only bother showing one. But it's a tall, and this is the large liter-sized tall. The only reason this one isn't any higher is because we already had one before, but this one's just in better shape. As you can see here, they actually, looks like they printed the label a little bit off, because as you can see, the seam goes right here, and it kind of goes right in the middle of the label here. So it looks a little bit strange if you can see the seam right there. Anyway, there's tall. Enjoy a tall cold drink. This bottle is fairly local. Is it? Sort of. There's all the print on the back. 30 fluid ounces. Quality wholesome beverage. Bottled under the most sanitary conditions. You can see a date in the bottom of this one. But yeah, they're fairly local, so that makes them cool. Can't find much information about them on the computer, but it's a very nice bottle. Paint's in great shape. That's number 11. Number 12, I found this in an old blacksmith shop. We got permission to look around at. A family friend, and he just said, yeah, I just found a bunch of bottles in it. I was going crazy because I was like, oh my goodness, there's a bunch of old cork-top bottles in here. He just said, take some if you want, and I said, wonderful. So that's what I did, and this was one of them I got. It's this neat little inkwell. It's got a slight green tint to it, mainly just clear. The seam goes up. The seam goes up all the way, but I'm fairly sure this is not machine made, as you can tell just by looking at it. Of all the imperfections, especially this big lump of glass right there. Anyway, there's no markings or anything on it. It's just not. That's why it's not any higher. But it's very cool, as you can see that it's very uneven here at the bottom. So that's number 11, the little ink bottle. Or not number 11. That was a number 10, wasn't it? That was number 10. This must be number 9. Found this at the first of the year. Still haven't cleaned it yet. It's a Nervaline. I found countless broken ones of these over the years. I understand these aren't very rare, but I was glad to find one that was whole, because I'd always just find pieces of the embossed part. I'd be like, wow, I wonder what that looks like whole. We finally found one. So Nervaline, prepared by the Catarozone Co. Big word. Kingston, Ontario. Nice cork top. I think it's machine made. This is probably 20s or 30s, probably 30s. It's a nice one though. Dug this one when there was still snow on the ground. I like the green color to it too. The aqua. Makes it more interesting than just the clear ones. So that's number 9, I believe. Nervaline. Here's a soda bottle my friend and I found at the dump we've been digging all summer. I should have that video up fairly soon once I find all the parts. They're all in different memory sticks. But it's a Pepsi. A nice, what do you call this, a swirl Pepsi probably. You can see it's got, this should be white, but it's a little bit brown just from the dirt. Pepsi Cola. And all around here, as you can see, it says Pepsi Cola all around the bottle. Sparkling Pepsi Cola, it satisfies. This bottle sure satisfied me when I found it. I got in the bottom, in a 1955, that's probably the year. Bunch of different printing, Coca-Cola or Pepsi Cola Company of Canada. Things of that nature. Paint on the back's in decent shape too, 10 fluid ounces. Nothing too special to read back there. So there's number 8. Nice Pepsi. Number 7. A lot of people find these. I've just never found a whole one before, and I was really happy when I did, because it's the same dump as that Pepsi. It's a Patentee Coke. Yeah, like I said, I always find these broken. There's a date, 43, so probably 1943. I only ever find the clear, thicker ones from the 50s. But this is really nice for me to find, because I love the look of these Cokes. Coca-Cola trademark, registered, bottle Patentee 105529. Too bad it didn't have a date on it. But obviously this isn't, you know, anything too rare, but I really like it. It's from Portland, Maine. Very cool. Displays very well. Alright, now we're at number 6. There's another one we found at that same dump. I'm actually just giving all this stuff, basically giving it all away to you guys, what we found. I'm running out of time. It's a green Sussex. I've never seen one of these before. Unfortunately, the label's kind of faded off right there. Sussex Pale Dry Ginger Ale, the quality kind. Very nice paint in the backs, relatively good too. No date, unfortunately. This is probably from the mid-50s. But very nice. Sussex. Moving right along, we found a big one of these last year. Here's a little one this year. We got a Cognac Monette cork top flask with a cool dragon on the front. Unfortunately, this one doesn't have the stopper like the last one did. But this one was pretty neat. I found it by my grandmother's house, and they live in a subdivision in the middle of town, so I was surprised, but we found a little dump there. Cognac Monette. Very nice. Number 4 is the last cork top. The other 3 aren't cork top. Looks like, I believe this is some kind of dressing bottle. Pinard. N'ajoutez fois que la signature, or something like that, in French. It's a nice cork top. It's got a nice greenish tint to it. You can see the Ed Pinard stamp with a crown on the side. The bottom, probably 30s as well. This also came from that blacksmith shop. So that's that. 3 left, and I got about 3 minutes of film left. So here's this one. It is a Canada Dry Old English Ginger Beer. Perfect paint. It was inside of a shed. Yep. So that's a 1964 on the bottom. This one's kind of hard to look at because obviously it's dark and the light doesn't go in it very well. As you can tell, that's great shape. Perfect, perfect, perfect shape. We're getting right down now. Here's number 2. Found this one in that waterfall dig, if you guys seen the most recent dig. This is a Nesbitt's. Very, very, very cool. Love the shape of this bottle. It's got Nesbitt's embossed right here in the neck. These nice ribbed design. Nesbitt's of California in the black label. It's got a little bit of wear in it. Obviously it was in the bed of a dried up brook. And the best part is if you look at the bottom here, it's a little bit hard to see, but it says 1923. So this is a very old ACL bottle. I'm surprised the paint's still on it at all. You can actually read the entire back. Nesbitt's name on a soft drink is like sterling stamped on silver. Very cool. Very, very nice. Fancy old pop bottle. Nesbitt's. Now we're at number 1. Like I said, maybe this isn't necessarily my number 1, but it's one of my favorites. Like I said, I didn't pay much attention to what order I put things in this year. But it's a great big Maritime Dairies Limited. Now, it's not a super special milk, obviously, but I never find embossed milks. They're always blank ones like this. I was so happy to find one of these, and it was in a rock pile too, so I was sure it was going to be broken. But luckily it wasn't. Got the big MD on the bottom for Maritime Dairies, I take it. And this looks like a crack, but it doesn't go all the way through. It's just a surface crack, I guess. What you'd call it. You don't see it anyway if it's turned this way. So that's that. That was the top 15 bottles of 2015. We're into 2016. Hopefully, since I didn't find all the good bottles last year, it means there's still more out there to find this year. So I'll try to keep you updated, get some more dig videos together here hopefully soon. I'll try to space the uploads out. So I'll continually be uploading things throughout the winter till the spring comes and we can dig again. So hopefully everybody enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Leave a comment, rate, subscribe for more. Until next time, this is Bob the Boys Treasure Hunting signing off. Good luck and happy hunting.